Travel Tuesday with Travelbug Rose on E-Radio.
It's just after 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon, a beautiful one in the garden route. In fact, it's actually quite warm. I just took off my jacket. And right now it's time for us to chat to Rose. This afternoon it's all about Tsitsikamma. Rose, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Leon. How are you today?
Fantastic. Loving the different weather for a change. How are you?
Yeah, good. It was a great day to start to do the washing.
It is. It's almost like a berg wind.
Yeah, it is definitely a bergish wind, and then kind of died down, but it was great. I did my washing and hang it up, and it was all dry and within an hour. It was fantastic.
Yo, that's nice. No need to use the tumble dryer. I'm sure Eskom will be grateful for that. Rose, what's up? What's happening? You recently visited Tsitsikamma, hey?
Yeah, I was in Tsitsikamma on the weekend, and I did some stuff with the Face Adrenaline. And then I got offered a night in Tsitsikamma, and I stayed there. And I just, I thought to myself, it will be really nice to actually talk about Tsitsikamma because it's a real gem. I hate that word, but anyway, it is. It is like a little nookie cranny kind of little place with all of the kind of, you're just going along the road. You don't actually know that if you just turn off, you find the most amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And then the whole little Tsitsikamma village is like a little pod of, you can just park your car and you can be everywhere. I mean, it's great. So I've visited Tsitsikamma a few times. And I think the thing about Tsitsikamma that is in Tsitsikamma village is the most popular is probably the canopy tour. And if you're in Tsitsikamma, that I think for me, that's how I actually got to know Tsitsikamma, is that the canopy tour is there. And that canopy tour is the most exquisite thing because you're not only ziplining along the trees, you're actually ziplining along these ancient trees that are 800 plus years old. The Otanika yellow woods and things like that. And the other great thing is if you actually take a little bit of time with some of those guys that actually tell you a little bit about the trees, you might see a little dwarf chameleon, they might show you the seeds of the Otanika or the birds and things like that. So it's not just about ziplining along the trees in these ancient forests, but also experiencing the whole forest as well. I had then actually part of that whole canopy tour is that they actually do a drive into the forest towards the PE side. And that road and that little PE, that road was quite interesting. The gentleman I spent some time, I learned a lot from him. He was amazing. But that road at one stage used to be the only road from PE to the Tsitsikamma, and they used to have alternate days. So I think it was like in the late 60s, 70s. You have to be, so today you can drive from PE or from Jeffries or France or wherever, from that you can drive towards Tsitsikamma. Tomorrow you can drive from Tsitsikamma the other way. So you can never have a two-way traffic.
Oh, because it was just one way. Wow, that's actually pretty cool, yeah.
And then in that same forest where we learned, he actually learned a lot from the forest in that specific forest. And there's this beautiful hard pear tree there that's got a face of an old man. I think Tsitsikamma, if there's one of the things you need to see, is you could probably need to visit that tree with the old face, with the hard pear face tree. Yeah. I think it's too gorgeous.
Yeah.
And of course, the village itself, I stayed at a place called At the Woods, which is fantastic, owned by Bev and Marco. And next door, she have a little place called Tsitsikamma Cafe, and it's like belongs to her as well. So it's you can just stay there and walk over for dinner and a glass of wine or whatever it is. I don't know if they're licensed, but definitely make good coffee, great pizzas and other things. So and it's really quaint, colourful, and very creative. And of course, the village itself is quite a few little things. You can do the Sageway tours there. You can actually there's the Tube and Axe there as well that offer the white water tubing, and they do this like yeah, it's like a tubing thing. So you basically put on a wetsuit and you jump off a cliff and you go on the Lingle River and you go, and that's quite a crazy adventure to have, but it's very nice. So make sure it's a warm day.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, you need to be a little bit agile as well. So make sure you got a little bit of fitness behind you. I find it the more fit you are, the better for those kind of things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and of course in the village itself is that very cool diner. You know, Marilyn's diner, or 60s diner.
Yes. Oh, that's stunning. I love that. Beautiful.
Yeah,
It feels like time traveling.
If you're kind of into that Art Deco kind of style, that's a great place for a milkshake and a burger and a little bit of rock and roll.
Yes. Definitely. Love that place.
Yeah. So, make yourself acquainted to that little village. I mean, you can basically book a place. There's loads of accommodation, beautiful accommodation in a little village where you can literally walk everywhere, which is fantastic.
Yeah, Rose.
And of course, yes.
I have a listener question here. She wants to know if the Tsitsikamma is die Tsitsikamma staproete nog daar. Ek het dit 30 jaar terug gedoen. Is it still there?
Yes, the Tsitsikamma staproete is nog daar.
Ons is nou Afrikaans.
It is most people do the Otter Trail, obviously, from Sandbox, but the Tsitsikamma route is still there. And actually it's one of the routes that I want to do. So yes, nice. It's still going, still very well maintained, and Sandbox is still the custodians of those beautiful walks.
Stunning.
And of course, if we move a little bit out, we get to Storms Rivers, which is where obviously the Otter Trail starts, and also a visit to the swing bridge. That whole Storms River village is really gorgeous, and you can camp there and stay there if you wish. Obviously, the Sandbox, the custodians of that place, and of course there is untouched adventures there, which is great.
Whoa. Okay, that's interesting. Rose, we'll get you back on air. WhatsApp call nowadays definitely not working with us.
I do apologize for that.
Was that you or was it me?
No, it was another caller that just came in.
Oh, damn.
So yeah.
Okay.
The joys of technologies at times.
Bloody hell.
And of course, it's like, so then we're talking about untouched adventures. So untouched adventures is basically you get into canoe and you paddle. You enter on a calm day. You enter on the rocky side. Otherwise, on a other day, if there's too much current and wave, you actually walk towards the bridge and you enter from there, and you paddle up the Storms River. Okay. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then when you get to the end of the paddle, then you get on to a tube like a lilo kind of thing, and you paddle and you jump off cliffs and you kind of do crazy stuff up down there if you're into that kind of thing.
It sounds fantastic, Rose.
Yeah.
And then I also believe. Yeah. No, carry on.
No, ask away.
No, carry on.
And then and of course you can do the first day of Otter Trail is to a waterfall, so make sure you've got some comfortable walking shoes, a walking stick, and head away to the first, and it actually takes you to a waterfall. It's about a 3-kilometer walk there and a 3-kilometer back, but it's lovely.
Oh, nice.
Really nice. And then, of course, then there's the famous bungee jump, which you can't miss out on.
Yeah.
I mean, what would be...
I'll give it a miss.
It really... Yeah, it's like... That is the border of the Eastern Cape, literally there, you know. So we're kind of on the edge of the garden route. And, I think... I mean, I've been working with these guys for a while now, and I always think to myself, no bloody way. I'm like, now maybe thinking of it. But there's not just the jump, and also being the highest bungee jump bridge in the world from a bridge, you know. It's not the highest one, but it's the highest bridge jump.
So you're telling me you've never been down there? You've never jumped there?
I've never done that. Oh, paraglide. Why would I jump off a bridge?
I actually thought that you actually did that. Wow, I can't believe it. It just shows you, eh? I personally don't think my heart will be able to take it, eh? I don't think my heart's going to take that. Yo.
I figured out this weekend it's only you and the edge that stands in the way of the jump. The rest of it's actually easy.
Yo, yeah, it's true. Yes.
Yeah, but not only do you have the jump, I mean, you also have the skywalk, which is the walk underneath the bridge, and you can actually see the whole river beneath you. And then there's also a zip line. So you can actually zip from one side of the bridge, underneath the bridge, towards where you bungee jump. And that is actually included in the bungee jump.
Oh.
And and actually now that I'm talking about that, I've just had to mention that they are, because of Women's Month, they are having a 50% of a girls jump.
Oh, nice. So, ladies, you've got an excuse. Go and jump. Just come back.
If you're the adventurous kind, job.
Yes, of course.
So that's kind of the Tsitsikamma in a nutshell. Let's go and explore it. It's beautiful.
Thank you. You definitely sold it to us again today, Rose. Tell us about your interesting guest. You've got an interesting guest with you today.
Oh, yes. I do have a very interesting guest with me. His name is Des. And he's busy trying to doing some research for a walk that is called Walk for Huskies, and he's wanting to do it from Plet to Cape Town, and it's 800-kilometer walk.
Sure.
Basically plus minus 1 million steps, and he's got 2 causes that he's focusing on. But he's walking with a red Siberian Husky.
Oh,
Jax.
Nice.
Yeah, and they are raising funds for the rescue and rehoming of the families that breed through survivor Siberians. So he walks so this basically is doing all the research and trying to put this together and trying to see where he can walk and where he can't walk, which beaches can you walk and which beaches can't you walk, and where doggies are allowed and where doggies can stay, and wanting to turn it into an event where it's not only just him, but people can join in on a day-to-day basis, either just walking or you can cycle, whatever you want to do. So that's all still in the making, but if you want to go find out more about it, you can visit his website, which is Walk and the number 4 Africa.org/South Africa.
Okay.
So you can do that. And then also there's if you want to donate towards the cause, there is a donate link as well. So walk for SOS. So for rescue for the doggies.
Okay, I'll look it up on social media.
Cause.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done to him, and good luck.
We'll tell him. I'll actually put it onto my. When we share the podcast, what I'll do is I'll actually share the link of the websites as well, so that you can just go and click on it and have a look at what he's busy doing.
Sounds like a good plan. Just tell him good luck, and we'll look out for him on the N2 and wherever he's going to be when we drive in that direction.
Trying to not do N2, but it's quite difficult with all the nature reserves and all the red tape and something.
Okay, well that's good. Well, Rose, enjoy the rest of your day in Sedgefield. That's where you are today, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday again at 2:00.
Yeah, and I've got some exciting stuff coming up. We're going to be visiting the edge of the garden route, which is the part of the Hesiko side of tourism, which includes Spitsand. So one of these days we'll talk about that
as well. Okay, looking forward to that. Rose, thank you so much. Have a coffee on me.
Cool. I will do.
Cheers, Rose. Until next week. Take care, okay? Bye.
Okay, bye.